What's up, everybody? We are here. We have done it. We have made it. This is the Daps and Pounds show. Make sure you listen to this episode and take in the brilliant audio art that is the Daps and Pounds show, giving you hip hop, sports, and movie news for you to enjoy. So tell a friend to tell a friend. Tobe, get a little bit more specific with the linguistics for these people.
Dang, bro, you just shook the whole crew up. You missed the hot sauce.
Yeah.
Shout out to you guys if you know what I'm talking about when I say hot sauce. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be breaking down new music for you, mainly Khalid, Free Spirit. There wasn't a whole lot that dropped, but we really like that album, so we break it down more. And then also, too, one of the Dabbies, Jeff, wanted us to look into and listen Tobe Nwigwe. Or originals.
Three originals,
I believe is what it was. Yeah. So dope rapper. So we get into that a little bit as well. And we just tell you what's going on in our life. We had a busy week, and so hopefully you enjoyed the conversation there. So ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, whatever you're doing. Thank you for being a part of this and listening. We hope you enjoy. This is episode 9, season 3. Yeah.
Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, yeah. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Two mics, two friends, one show, let's go. The Daps and Pounds show. This is the Daps and Pounds show. Yeah, you know.
What's up, everybody? How are you doing? We are here. We have made it. We have done it. We're so happy that you guys decided to take your time and join us. My name is Malcy. To my left, we have
Tobe.
Represent two mics,
Two friends.
and one show,
The Daps and Pounds show.
Here, live and in full effect for you guys. Apologies because we're a day late.
Yeah.
Had a bunch of stuff come up, but we are here. We hope that you enjoy this podcast for the rest of your week. You're listening to this on a Wednesday. Listen to it Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Stretch it out. Put it into segments. Do whatever you have to do to listen to this podcast, but tell a friend to tell a friend. Tobe, tell them where they can talk back to us and spread the love online.
You guys can hit us up on Daps_Pounds, Twitter and Instagram. Of course, you guys can listen to this as always on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, and YouTube. So, or you can just download it directly on our website at www.dapsandpoundsent.com. So, hopefully you guys had a wonderful week. And if you ain't know, what do we usually do on this podcast, Malcolm?
We usually give you guys good, bad. Good, bad is where you get to know your co-host a little bit better. You can also hit us up where Tobe said you could online and tell us you're good, bad. This is relational Dappies. We want to join in relationship with you. So this is good, bad. I will say bad this week. Of course, being a day late. But bad this week is my mother has to wait to get her car fixed again. She is growing so... Basically, it's one of those situations where she got hit and she is waiting on the insurance company for that lady who hit her to like make a statement.
Of course they are.
So they're trying to track her down. She goes out of town, quote unquote, for work, knowing that she had this. And I just feel bad for my mom because she finally had her retirement card. It's
she had to hit the one lady who is going to be the sneaker.
Yeah.
Not the honorable woman.
Just be honorable.
She can't be the honorable woman.
Yeah, just be honorable. I've never understood that. I've never understood people who hit you and then leave and don't leave a number or note or anything. I've never understood people who lie after the fact.
Yeah.
Just be real, homies. Be real.
Well, yeah. Or you could be like that one girl who hit me and she's like, I don't have insurance. Don't call the cops.
Yeah, or that. It's just
I'm sorry, but there's a reason why they say don't drive without insurance. I know times get hard, but I mean...
Yeah, I mean, insurance can be expensive depending on the vehicle you have, but at the same time, these are the reasons why you have insurance.
Yeah, a lot of people don't drive with insurance, though.
It's nuts, though. That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I mean, I don't know if it's because we just live a different life, or I mean, it's not the norm. We need to preface that. It's not the norm to drive without insurance, and you probably shouldn't because you're looked down upon. You don't want to be looked down upon.
For sure.
It's like, oh, you drive without insurance. You pass it.
Good. I will say that I had an amazing time Saturday morning at my grandmother's 92nd birthday.
Yo, round of applause for 92nd
yeah, thank
birthday.
you. Appreciate
round
that.
Of applause.
Yeah.
One air horn.
Yeah. 92. It's getting to the point where she can't necessarily remember who everybody is, but my cousin Lewis was able to get everybody out, bro. Like,
come here, Charlie.
No, it's not even that. It's just like people come up to her and be like, "Hi, Grandma," and she's just like, "I'm so glad you came."
Just very broad statements. Yeah. Oh, how's life doing? Yep. Okay.
Well, what's funny is like I love my grandma, and over time we have gained like this unspoken, really deep bond.
That's cool.
But she is a extremely mean woman. Like she is like just mean. Like and she's always been that way. So I can judge her threshold better than anyone else.
Yeah.
So she was like nice, and she was being really good. And people were coming up wanting to get pictures with her to put on Facebook. So she take the first 2, she take the first 3, the first 5. And then by like the 9th or 10th one, I see her smile. She starts like shaking a little bit, like it's physically hurting her to do this. And she's about to freak out. I'm like, you know what? You need some air. So I get her in a wheelchair. We just go outside for a little bit. And she goes, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I am done.
How long was that? 30 minutes?
It was like an hour.
Okay.
She went a good hour before she was done, but we had like 30 people. It was a lot of people, a lot of family that I don't get to see. So I had a marvelous time catching up with my family. I am not as close with, and it's crazy to say this, but I am nowhere near as close to my family that's located in town with me as I am with my people in Louisiana and Texas. I am so much more close to the people down south. It's not even funny.
Right.
And being around them this weekend was one of those things where it checked me and I was like, you know what? I need to stop. Like I need to be closer with the people that are here because I'm not going to be in town for very long. And I don't need to, I want to build that instead of trying to build it after I'm gone later and people pass away and get older and get married and move away. So I need to make sure that the strength of the relationships with my family in town are as good as they are with my family out of town. So that's one good thing that I noticed, and being able to be around her for her 92nd birthday. So happy birthday, Graham. We did it. You did it. It's all good. So that's my good, bad, bad. What about you?
I will say, by the way, what happened with your job where you had to literally work all day Sunday?
Fam.
I was like, wait, what?
So Aspen Dental is, I probably shouldn't say that, but yeah, they are a client and they are like a hell client. Like they are extremely needy. They're currently moving their headquarters from Chicago to New York, and they just straight up like laid off everybody in New York. Like just straight up laid everybody off. They can't pay for overhead for brick and mortar there. They're just moving.
In Chicago or New York?
In New York. They're just moving everything they're moving their HQ to Chicago.
And that just tells you how expensive New York is.
It's nuts. New York is nuts as far as their overhead. So what happened was they wanted to move up a presentation because they're having investors fly in for this presentation. Investors to their company are flying in for us to present their advertising that we've done with them for the past year. So I had to take... my brain is like in just numbers right now. Like I only see numbers.
Did you do the presentation today?
Yeah.
Did it go well?
It went great. It went fantastic.
But you crammed for a last minute test.
Oh, bro.
Pretty much.
1,000% crammed for the last minute test because it was supposed to be Thursday and the investor goes, oh, well, actually my flight will get in on Monday and I just want to leave Tuesday morning. And so everyone was just kind of like, what? Like they don't think about how people are preparing at all.
Yeah,
so
that's a good point.
I try really hard not to check my email either, but I got a Teams, like a Microsoft message that said, hey, Malcolm, check your email. So I checked my email and it was just death.
Dang.
And so basically I had to compare first quarter this year against first quarter 2018 all the way 2016. And my brain is just numbers right now and pie charts right now and whole lot of PowerPoint right now and putting decks together, and it was just nuts. But all's well that ends well. it worked out. But that was why I had pretty much an early Saturday night and a totally worked out Sunday, and Monday morning was a little bit tumultuous as well, but we made it work.
You made it work. It happened. That's awesome though, but not awesome at the same time because you missed WrestleMania and all that.
Yeah,
jazz.
I had to see all of the news secondhand pretty much, but
Dang.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Dude, I feel like there's so much you have to keep up with. You're gonna have to like let me know like this is what you pay attention to. This is how you keep up because
For what now?
Well, I was like, all right, well, I'll watch this WrestleMania, and then the next day during the game, they're like, Raw after WrestleMania. I was like, what the hell?
Oh yeah, that's really important.
What is like? I was like, what is?
I watched it
going-
last night. So you don't have to like SmackDown comes on tonight. You can do without SmackDown. It's the better wrestling show, but it's not as much as the stories, and stories are the captivating part. So Raw after WrestleMania is extremely important. The Raw after WrestleMania is where
sets
there's
up
like
a new season.
right. This
practically.
is technically the first day of the new season if this
Right,
were like
right.
a regular sport. So you're technically on the road to WrestleMania like right now. There's 4 major pay-per-views. I think there's still 4 that you need to look out for. SummerSlam is the first one, and there's pay-per-views in between, but these are like the big ones. So SummerSlam is the next big one. That's coming up this summer, obviously by the name. Survivor Series, Money in the Bank, and then Royal Rumble. Because whoever wins the Royal Rumble automatically gets a shot at the title at WrestleMania in the main event. So there's just a lot of moving parts that you have to look at. But luckily with the network, I can give you my password too, so you can watch WrestleMania. But with the network, you're able to keep track of everything.
You see that kid from Peoria? He's like, help.
Yeah, bro.
I was like, good for you, dude.
That's so awesome.
And he just used social media platform
and rap
and did like, well, because he did like a song. He like kind of made one and was like, hey, check this song out. He used the platform how creative people try to use the platform, and it worked for him.
He was really
awesome.
smart too. So he made a song for a bunch of different wrestlers, and then they spread it, and it just grew and grew and grew and grew and grew and grew, and here he is. So
That's so cool.
I don't know how long he'll be there, but it's pretty dope.
Yeah. So
Pretty dope.
I thought that was pretty cool. Anyways, good, bad for myself. We have got to go to Kansas City together. Kansas City.
Oh, you and I? You loved it.
Or just the group. I actually think probably my personal favorite city that I've gone to.
Really?
For a city that you could see yourself living in.
Nice.
It is not crazy huge like Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago is I put Chicago and New York in their own category. I mean, it's their own thing. But you guys like St. Louis do too. It's not as much traffic. You feel like you can get around easier. Yeah, it still has a city vibe, right? Mm-hmm. Kansas City is that exact way, but it's cleaner. The food was great. And there was just, I don't know,
I like Kansas City.
There's a power and light district. I don't know if you went there before.
Yep.
That was probably one of the coolest things like I've seen in a while, just of how they made it. And I mean, because it was raining, but it's like covered in canopy with like all these places that you can go to. So it wasn't really that big of a deal anyways. Mm-hmm. Just a super, super cool city, I felt. And it was pretty easy to get around everywhere. And so definitely had a good time for Mary's birthday weekend. Good catching up with everybody who was down there. Really fun time. Yeah, just all around and good barbecue was good.
Kansas City barbecue is underrated.
I just want more food, and it was just we ate well, and then we went to. It was nice because a couple people live in Kansas City, and so they had a local breakfast joint that they were like, "This is the spot here." And sure enough, we went Sunday morning. Packed, completely busy, and it was run by an older elderly kind of like black lady, but she was on her stuff. Like she was the reason this place was successful, and it was dope, and she was super nice and everything. There was like a time, I'm a huge fan of corned beef hash, which I feel like is a very underrated breakfast item. Most people are like, what is corned beef hash? I saw corned beef hash and I was like, corned beef hash. And then the lady heard me and she was like, corned beef hash. Started like clapping along. So she was just somebody who you could tell genuinely loves to what she does, but doesn't take crap from her workers. Like they need to be on it or you need to get out kind of thing. It's one of those things where working underneath her when it's busy is absolute hell, but probably afterwards she'll give you the shirt on her back kind of thing.
Right.
And so, but man, it was the best corned beef hash I've ever had in my life. And so, just a good time. There was also this dog park, bro. It's called Bark.
Okay.
BARK. Because it is a bar that is a dog park.
Oh, interesting.
And so there was like different areas where you could just sit at the bar and drink, or you could like you can bring your stuff down and chill at the many different spots that are in the park. And so that's what I went with Tanner and the Schlobbaum twins, and one of the twins actually has a puppy from the same litter that Tanner's dog is from.
Okay.
And so they went to the park. They're like, yeah, we're just chilling at the dog park. It's really cool if you guys want to come visit. And we were like 5 minutes away from where our hotel was. So we were like, okay. Yeah, and we got there and it was completely an original idea.
That's a good idea.
It was nice out and people were just hanging out, with their drink, just talking to each other and just letting their dogs enjoy the time as well. So super, super smart idea, whoever thought of it.
That's a really good idea. I like that.
Yeah, they killed it. And they used like a lot of like the freight holders, containers for like shading and stuff like that. I mean, really, really cool.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a good trip overall. Got a new vehicle, which is crazy. Saving money with it, which is wild. And so that's been nice because we took that ES 350 down and it's just so much quieter and just smoother all around. It has Apple CarPlay, so it's just like all the navigation stuff is just, plug it in, it's on the screen. So everything that I needed. And then also too, I know I have a lot to talk about.
That's fine, man.
I mean, we're out here. One of the things, like just a quick shout out for you podcast listeners, since you're listening to a podcast, if you're interested in more of a kind of a show, Blackout is a new one, but it's kind of like almost like an audiobook. I think they took.
Is that a serial?
No, it's just called Blackout, and it's got the.
Does it have the dude from Queen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I listened to it.
Yeah,
I listened to a couple.
And there's only 5 episodes out right now, but it's like they took the inspiration from what they did with War of the Worlds back in the radio day, where they made it like a production and they had sound effects and everything where it felt like real life. And so really, it was nice to listen to in the car ride for the long trip, just because it kept my attention going with the sound effects and stuff like that. So that was cool. And then I saw Shazam, and Shazam was great fun, and I definitely recommend it. I mean, it was just trying to think how to. It was like Thor Ragnarok, where it was just a fun movie overall.
That's
There's
what
I
haven't seen
humor,
it, but that's what I'm picturing is something kind of like Thor.
Yeah, a lot of humor, action sequences, and stuff like that. But it doesn't take itself so seriously, and that's why you enjoy it more. And so Shazam was really fun. I want to see it again. Really enjoyed it. I felt like they shot it really well. And I actually read the comic book earlier today. Got some coffee, went to Barnes and Nobles, and I read the whole volume just to kind of see how they played it. And I think they did a really, really good job.
Were you reading? Were you reading like original Shazam stuff, or was this
Shazam
New
52?
Okay.
And I think that's mainly where they based it off of. They did they twisted some things to make it more movie friendly, and then understanding they have to make Shazam likable. Even as a kid. So as a kid, he wasn't as harsh as he is in the comic. In the comic, it's like he's a complete brat. And so, yeah, it was just really good. I definitely recommend you guys going to see that. Really fun.
Nice. Yeah, I want to see Shazam. I'll be out of town this weekend, but after that, I plan to see it in like a week or so.
After this, I'm going to talk to Mary. Maybe me and her will go see Captain Marvel tonight, because it's only $5 on Tuesdays.
Captain Marvel did you see it already?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah.
And Endgame's coming out soon, and so we kind of want to watch it because I'm sure she's going to be in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Captain Marvel's definitely. Have you seen the newest trailer?
I stay away from all trailers.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
There's certain movies where I'm like, I don't need the hype.
Okay.
I want to be completely as much blind as I possibly can to go into it because regardless, I know I'm going to enjoy it and I don't need hyped up. I'm hype enough.
Okay.
I just want to see it.
Makes sense. With that, did you see or do you feel that same way about the Joker trailer that came out?
The Joker, I don't think, what's his name again?
Joaquin Phoenix.
He is somebody who is not going to take a role unless it's slightly crazy, slightly out there, and very in a serious tone where he can show off his acting chops. I think it's going to be actually great. I feel like some people are going to hate it because they're not realizing what DC's doing now, or DC's like, you know what? Let's just let people be creative. Let's not do the Marvel thing because the Marvel thing's harder than it looks. Let's just make good movies.
Yeah, so the thing that I hate about it, I don't think that DC could ever do the Marvel thing. I just think it's extremely hard. Like, it's a miracle.
Right.
That Marvel has been able to be this consistent.
And money. Disney has the money to keep these actors happy enough to keep them going.
I do wish though that DC was at least making movies on the same timeline.
Right.
That is the one thing I wish. Like
they are going to with some, like Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam even was like they play. That's the great part about it. It's in the same universe. And so they were talking about making fun of like Superman and Batman and stuff like that with powers because they're trying to figure it out and stuff. And so, yeah, it's in the same universe with Shazam as well.
So Walk the Line is one of my favorite movies ever. And it's because of Phoenix.
With The Rock?
No, that's Walking Tall.
Okay.
Walk the Line.
The Village?
No, Walk the Line is a Johnny Cash movie that Joaquin Phoenix did. But I love that movie because no, that's Walking Tall. That's still Walking Tall. He was a great actor in it, and that's one thing that gives me hope about the Joker. Yeah, is him. I don't know how it'll be. I have no idea what to feel. The trailer looks interesting though. It's piqued. I'm intrigued. It's piqued my interest. But more importantly, do you know what else has piqued my interest? What else has piqued my interest is new music, guys. We have new music to go over this week. Hit some buzzers, hit some sounds, let them know what's going on. New music is here for your week. We're going to discuss all the new music that came out, tell you our favorites, tell you what we're feeling, tell you what we're not. Let's start this off with Khalid. Free Spirit, out now. Highly anticipated. Highly anticipated. Second album ever for young Khalid. This is a full-length project. He gave you a bunch of tracks, 17. I actually, when I first went for this album, I thought that he would give us a lot less because that's what's trending now. I thought he would give us a cool 11.
You take out the singles and then it's like, that's what I expected.
Yeah, me too. That's exactly how I feel. So I love this project. I love Khalid. I'm a big fan. This is the best project that I've heard this year. This is my favorite project. It's only April though. I say that with haste because
I'm trying to think what other
there
ones.
hasn't been a lot that's come out. You know, we've been talking about how dead it's been and the big releases haven't been coming out. But if we're talking starting calendar year, January 1st till now, this is by far my favorite album that has come out so far. That's what I will say.
Maybe between this and Ariana Grande's.
Yeah, Ariana dropped.
That was a solid project.
The thing, I like Ariana's as well. I mean, if the year ended right now, it would be in my top 10 just because not a lot has come out. The one thing I'll say is that I go back to singles from Ariana, and I've listened to this whole album probably 10 times all the way through. I love it so much, and I've just listened to it a ton. Would you like? Would you dislike?
I didn't. I felt like he killed it.
Yeah.
He did not hit his sophomore slump, and I actually felt like he matured a ton in a good way.
I feel like he's finding his lane.
In a good way. Songs like Self really kind of popped on the album after you heard the single, just because of the subject matter of a lot of these things. Yeah, he did. I mean, when we look at sophomore albums lately from these R&B dudes, Khalid knocked it out of the park.
I agree. And I was surprised how deep he went with songs like Alive in Heaven back to back. Like those were very like you're dealing with angsty and like suicidal thoughts and things like that. If you listen to the lyrics of Heaven, it's actually extremely, extremely deep and sad. And I thought that was really interesting that he went there. It almost made me think about American Teen and go, this American Teen was probably a little too R&B for you. You're probably more so this. You're probably more so like a pop fusion than like the R&B vibes that American Teen had on it. I think he totally found his lane. This sounds like it could be the soundtrack to like an Easy A, or if they remade The Breakfast Club or something.
100%.
It's for the young generation to just have fun. I think he dropped it at an amazing time, as here in Illinois we're just reaching windows down weather. It's perfect for that, just to ride to and listen to.
I think it's interesting also too, and you just said that how movie wise there hasn't been teen like dramas, but TV wise it's still super prevalent with like Riverdale and 13 Reasons and stuff like that. But movie wise we haven't gotten anything like that. Sorry, side note. But yes, I completely
think they're still
agree.
doing the love ones a lot. They're doing the ones where like they can't touch. I just saw a trailer for that. Like they're in a hospital and I think it's the kid from Riverdale, the Cole Sprouse kid.
Yeah.
And like he can't touch her because I think she'll die.
Okay, well, have you watched Smallville? We've already seen that.
They also did that movie, a similar movie like 2 years ago with teenagers. And then they had the Love something about the kid who was gay in high school a year ago.
Yeah.
They're doing them, but they seem to be
with Khalid
surrounded
on the soundtrack.
Surrounded by love. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it seems like.
Point.
But just everyday stuff like Easy A, no, I don't think they've made any.
Facts.
But yeah, this is a soundtrack. This is a soundtrack to, if you're 17 years old, you have your summer done. Your summer's wrapped up in this project right here. Out of My Head with John Mayer is dope. Don't Pretend is dope. My favorite songs right now, I think My Bad. My Bad is my favorite song right now. Feels good. It's just a cool bop to it. This has one of the dopest intros. I love this intro. I love that he decided to give us a full song for an intro. Good vibes. Good vibes all around. Free Spirit. My favorite album of 2019.
I still
so
think
far.
Better is my favorite track. Maybe just because
Better's great.
I just
Better's great.
absolutely love Better.
Better is
and
great.
now looking back on it, it should have probably been my top 10 songs of last year for personal favorites.
Better is really great. I love Better. There's other songs of this album that I love too. It's a good album. This is solid.
Did you feel like it lulled at any point?
No, not really. I'll tell you that around like 21, I got a little. Around 21 and Bluffin', I got a little.
Like, wait, how much more is there?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of where I was.
It's not that they were bad songs. It was just like, okay.
Wait, where am I at in the album?
With this? But then when he hit you with Self, Alive in Heaven all in a row, it was like, oh, we're going deeper here.
Right.
So that kept me back. Saturday Night ended the album on like a happy note, and then you're right back up to the intro if you restart. So. I thought he did a good job.
What do you think? Safe? You think that's going to be a name we're going to hear more and more about?
I think so too. Let's see. We'll see. I mean, he's affiliated with XL and he's affiliated with OVO. He comes from Toronto. He's put out some records. He put out a Playboy Cardi single recently. He has a old record with Jesse Reyes. He is the one thing I will say about R&B Toronto dudes. A lot of them do sound alike.
Yeah.
His older stuff, bro, there's Roy Woods in him for sure.
Right, okay.
And you remember that old dude from like season 1 we talked about, 1111?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like those vibes too with that, and even some party influence. So it's just like those dudes from Canada that are in the R&B lane, it's probably how we talk about like the white girl pop lane. It's kind of full right now. Like it's crazy. But yeah, man, Free Spirit. I absolutely love this
there's
album.
nothing really bad to say about this album.
I thought it was dope.
He knocked it out of the park. I feel like timing is good. He allowed himself to grow.
Yeah.
Let the first album really He let it build.
Mm-hmm. Organically too, because I first heard Location on a playlist, on a random Apple playlist, and I was like, this is dope. And then when American Teen came out, I was like, fam, this is not even what I was expecting, and I fell in love with American Teen.
Right.
Pause.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's crazy. Sarah Bareilles dropped Amidst the Chaos. This is straight up Starbucks music, and I'm here for it. She's talented. I think because of the whole not gonna write you a love song thing, she's always going to be like in a certain space. I don't know if she's ever going to be considered like on people's top 10 lists, but she is actually pretty dope. Like I like it. My favorite song is the last song, A Safe Place to Land with John Legend. No Such Thing as Good as well. So Sarah Bareilles, Amidst the Chaos. Thought it was pretty dope. She has a strong voice too. Romeo Santos dropped Utopia. So this started as an April Fool's joke because he said that Aventura, the band that he is originally from, was getting back together.
Okay.
Everyone, bro, his Twitter, because like there's such a big Spanish community on Twitter, they flipped out. Aventura hasn't been together for so long.
I remember you talking like way back in high school days. Aventura.
Bro, I
forgot about that.
From high school, I have a live version where Romeo and Don Omar do like it's like a stage play thing, like live. And I think they did it from like Brazil. I played it for you before.
I thought, okay,
bro, it's so dope. It's pretty much same girl, the Spanish version.
Yes, okay. Now I remember. It's clicking everything
it's
that you
so
said.
dope,
I was like,
dude.
that name sounds familiar.
And that's where it comes from. And over there, they're wildly popular. The Drake line, Spanish girls, let me like I'm Aventura. That's where that comes from. Like, they are huge over there. Romeo Santos is the Justin Timberlake of Aventura, and he broke off, and he's been doing his thing for years now, and he teased that they were getting back together. Everyone flipped out, didn't realize it was April 1st. He did put out a solo album, and the song that he teased with Aventura was just one song on the album. So everyone got hyped, but at least they did get one song featuring them. And then he collaborated on this album with a bunch of other really dope Spanish artists. So I cleaned all Saturday morning.
Of course
to this,
you did.
fam. It was
After.
absolutely fam. It was so good. On the Spanish tip, this girl named Anita, she dropped like a Spanglish album, basically. Some of it's in English, some of it's Spanish. She has really good features. So there's a song with Sway Lee, I think. Was this the album? I think that's a different person. Am I right? No, yeah, she does. Poquito. This is a dope song, and this could be a hit over there. I don't know if it'll be a hit here, but for over there, I can see them going crazy for this song. So yeah, she's classified as pop Latino, and it makes sense because this also got clean too.
Cool.
Miguel, Spanish crazy. So he just,
I mean, so you were in your element.
I'm in my
I wasn't,
bag.
but you were in the bag.
Tilo Deje, I think is how you say it. Miguel is dropping EPs like every month where he's basically doing 4 or 5 songs from his last album in Spanish. Banana Clip sounds really funny though, I will say.
Banana Clipe?
It's pretty funny. Album wise, was there anything? This was dope. This guy named Happy Birthday Calvin, weird name, attention's getting like most of the kids now. No Friends EP. I will say he is in the same vein of the Juice WRLDs and the very emotional.
Okay.
But it's good. I liked it a lot. The
3
song
songs?
Anything was good. 3 songs. Willow Tree, I see where you're going. But yeah, go back to this. Happy Birthday Calvin. I was pleasantly surprised by this. This was pretty dope.
Cool.
Was there anything we're missing when it comes to the albums?
No, not the new albums, just the album that we listened to review.
Yes, we listened to Tobe Nwigwe, I believe is the name. 3 originals.
Nwigwe.
3 originals. Bountiful was the first song, and it ended at the outro of 11. It was a short, but it was good. One thing I'll say is he's very monotone. He speaks only in like one level. I think the song Spice. Yeah, Spice is my favorite song because that's the song that he got more boisterous about.
Okay.
So that's my favorite. But he does like talking really low tone, like the most of the time.
Yeah, I was trying to think who he reminded me of with that. His pen game. Let's start with that.
Oh, he's
Ladies and gentlemen,
smart.
Ladies and gentlemen,
He's smart.
the pen game is nothing to play with here.
No.
This man's wordplay is amazing. He's on point when it comes to just staying in the pocket on these tracks. I really do think he is authentic. I think he is going to be staying around for a while because he really does take his art very seriously. You could tell just his album covers, his videos, which usually go viral. Spice was a good song. Peep Game was good.
Peep Game was cool.
I really like Prosper. And there's like a lot of elements of like, you can feel like gospel elements as well as, trying to think of the right word for it. I want to say it was very gospel influenced with certain hooks and stuff like that. The thing with Tobe is that depending on what kind of listener you are, if you like backpack rap, you're going to enjoy it. If you like listening to people who really take their craft seriously, you're going to enjoy it. This is not for people who are looking for the radio hits.
No.
I don't think there are any radio hits on here, and that's okay. I think that's good, and I think that you need people like him to balance it out. I also think, though, when it's all said and done, if he doesn't get any big hits or anything like that, people are going to look at his discography kind of like somebody in the vein of
Thought is what I thought of.
Black Thought, Big Crit. Big Crit, I think he can make a little bit more like radio hits, but somebody who, when you listen back to it, they're like, this guy is dope. He takes music very seriously. Punching in. Sorry, something happened. Anyways, Tobe Nwigwe. I think that I really appreciate Jeff for pointing this out for us so that we do listen to it. Let us know, Dappies, if you listen to it on Daps_pounds. Let us know if there was any tracks that you really appreciated. But I think people like him need to be part of the hip-hop community to balance out the Juice WRLDs of the industry. And so I really did appreciate things that he had to say. I think he really went deep just with like his family and just in terms of the state of the culture. I think he really thinks much deeper than just, the stereotypical stuff, and he really tries to portray that on this album.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I actually want to hear him on a track with Black Thought. I think he thinks at that level. That's why I say that. I think he thinks at this higher, like Black Thought.
What's that dude from Chicago also that he did Waters,
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name. I know exactly
Mick
who you're
Jenkins.
talking about. Yeah, Mick would be cool. Brian Fresco, also from Chicago, would be cool. Yeah, I just think he thinks on a higher level, and I think it would be cool to hear him with some other guys that do that. But yeah,
he's the type of dude too. If you had your favorite artist and you were like, or your favorite artist asked him for a feature, he would body the other dude.
Yeah,
in the feature.
And that's another reason why I liken him to Black Thought, because when there's a reason why Black Thought isn't on a lot of features, because people are terrified of Black Thought.
Right.
And I think that Tobe Nwigwe is probably the same. Nwigwe is probably the same way. So that's dope.
3 originals, thumbs up. Go take a listen.
Yes, 3 originals. Go listen everywhere. CHopstix, we back. Schoolboy Q and Travis Scott. This track, if I'm being 100% honest, was just like a filler track to me. Like, it didn't do, like, I don't know. Right now, having a Travis single should be a huge deal, but it's not very impactful for some reason. And I don't know if it's Schoolboy. I don't know if it's Travis. I don't know if it's just a weird combination and they were going for a radio record and maybe this is just a fail at that, but I actually like Num Num Juice more than I like this song.
Well, I'm kind of getting worried.
Huge. But are you? Yeah. See, I think it's one of those things where there might be too much pressure. We might have been waiting too long, and now whatever he puts out, maybe I'm just not hearing it right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it was just average.
Yeah. I understand the worry thing though. I'm there. I'm right there with you. But CHopstix right now, Travis Scott, Schoolboy Q. We talked about Khalid. Anderson .Paak dropped a song called Make It Better with a Smokey Robinson sample. This is cool. You know, it's a cool thing. I played it for my mom, and she really likes it. Like,
I don't know if I'm ever
it's
going to be
chill.
a major Anderson .Paak fan.
well, like you said on the podcast a few episodes ago, he's probably like that live act that you really like. You know
I
what
want to
mean?
see him live because of that, but I just never am like, you know who I want to listen to today?
Yeah,
Anderson .Paak.
that's true. Jennifer Lopez and French Montana dropped a song called Medicine, and no one cares. Bozzy's back. He dropped a song called Paradise. I thought this song was pretty cool. Bozzy is very interesting. The only issue I have with Bozzy is the same issue that I have with artists like Jack and Jack, where it feels kind of forced.
Okay.
I don't know how authentic it is, and that's the problem. What I will say that Bozzy has is a lot of ingenuity, and he's very inventive. And I will say that when I listen to a Bozzy song or a Bozzy album, it kind of just like, oh boy, the I can't think of his name. I'm drawing a blank. The guy who's like really, really inventive and does like the animation along with his John Bellion. Just like that with Bozzy, I'm not really hearing anything that he's making like popular.
Right.
So I'm saying that as a good thing. Like that's a compliment.
Right.
That's
The
one,
only difference is with Bozzy, and if you remember this compared to John Bellion, I thought Bozzy's every single song was about the same thing.
Yes.
That
yes.
was the issue for me.
And I
that's
agree.
what I need to hear. I need to hear more growth rather than every song being about the exact same darn thing.
Yep. I'll say that he's smart enough to do it. I just don't know if we'll do it. But Paradise is a cool little song.
Speaking of cool,
Jonas Brothers dropped another Bopskis. Cool is out right now. I actually like the first song more that they put out, Sucker. But Cool is cool as well. And I can't wait for this album.
this is going to be
I
a
think it's gonna be
solid
hard.
B album.
I think it's going to be an A-.
Okay.
I think that they have some hidden stuff. Now, here's the problem. This is what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid they're going to have a wild featuring 2 Chainz song on there, or a wild like featuring French Montana song that I'm going to be like, fam, really, guys? You had me.
My favorite part about this song is they shouted out Post Malone like
They
Post
did.
Malone shouted out Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I did think that was cool.
What if they have a track with Mason Ramsey?
It'll probably be the best song ever made. I don't know. What do you? It'll probably be the. My shirt came in the mail the other day. I'm so happy.
Did you
I
buy
have like
another
4.
one?
I have like 4 shirts. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
man.
I have like 4. I have one that says everybody asks. Everybody says yeehaw, but nobody asks ha ye. And then there's another one.
Oh my god!
And then I have another one. How's your girl? How's your family? Which is like his thing. He says it all the time on Twitter. And then I have another one that says the song I want to be famous for loving you. And the one that I just got. Wait, did I get the orange one or no? Oh, the one I got now is just like his face with a guitar.
So you think is he here to stay?
No, probably not. But I'm gonna make sure he lives. Like even if he's gone and no one cares anymore, he's iconic.
You don't
It's
think
a
when
moment
he
in time.
hits that 18-year mark, he's gonna have enough swagger still to make it happen?
There's a chance. This is a weird spinoff, but you'll see where I'm going. Maybe you, I don't know, I'm crazy. But Jesse McCartney was at Ulrich's like the night before we went, and like the dude told him that Ulrich's is a local pub.
He was at Oryx?
Yeah, he was like chilling in the booth, and the guy, I was talking to my favorite bartender, and he was like, "Yeah, Jesse McCartney was just right there last night, and no one was in here, and then we were just hanging out talking." I was like, "Oh, okay." That's
Dang.
cool. I was like, dang, I wish we would have came on a Friday night and seen Jesse McCartney. He was like, yeah, he was just drinking, taking pictures with whomever. And I was like, that's pretty cool. Anyway, though, if Mason Ramsey ever comes to town, I'm going to see him.
All right. That's that, huh?
He wants to be famous for loving you.
I wanna be famous for loving you.
I will say that we have to talk briefly about Lil Nas X. Billy Ray Cyrus set the Twittersphere on fire. The Old Town Road remix is here. This was a cool record. I was just excited. I was just excited to hear it. We talked last week about Billboard kicking him off the country charts. And now here comes Billy Ray Cyrus to save the day Old Town Road is now #1 on Apple, and then the original version with just Lil Nas X is #2. So pretty dope. Old Town Road out right now. I loved it. I think it still slaps in the car. Billy Ray is dope. Fendi Sports Bras, all of the talk. He's talking that talk. Shout out to Billy Ray Cyrus.
Look at that, man.
It is what it is. It's a moment, right? It's just a moment that'll live, and this kid will hopefully keep going.
This is also going to become one of my go-to karaoke songs.
This would be a good one. It's smart because you don't have to be up there very long.
No.
You got a verse and a half, and then you're done.
And it's an easy one to sing.
Easy. You can remember the lyrics.
The drunk crowd's going to get right into it.
Yeah, this is smart.
Yeah. You just have to hit that, but that's going to be my next go-to.
This is smart.
Karaoke song.
I'm waiting for country music to counter and do a super all-country version of this song, though. I'm waiting for the counter.
Dude, the Young Thug remix actually sounded like it's gonna slap.
Yeah. Thugger has the ability to do these things, so that's pretty dope.
I'm a Rocket Man.
Rocket Man is one of my favorite songs from that EP. It's so hard. The song he has with the Sin one that Jane Smith has, that's my favorite, but Rocket Man's second for sure. Bazzi, we just talked about him, but he had another song, Caught in the Fire. Again, very new, and he's not talking about love at all. He's talking about the current state of the world in this one, so a little bit different. And it's kind of a multi song because there's rap, there's singing, goes slow, goes fast. Get your mind out of the gutter. But yeah, it's crazy. Calvin Harris though.
It's a good point for him to come back to because he's died down enough where he needs to get his name back out. I
agree. I'm trying to think of. We just talked about Safe on the Khalid album, Paid in Full, featuring Cardi, is a new song. Playboy Cardi. Sorry, I don't want you guys to get confused with Cardi B. Paid in Full, and this is a chill song. I am off the Playboy Cardi train though, so like whenever he's on a song, I'm just kind of like, all right.
Yeah, I still get mad how people were saying that his album was better than Drake's album.
Like, well, the thing is, when he came out right before the album, people made me like Playboy Cardi. And I was like, yeah, this is dope. And then when I listened to the album, bro, I tried. I listened 2 times in a row. I tried, and I was like, yo, this is
not good.
This is an album full of ad-libs. Just wild. Let's see what else. I don't know why some stuff is on here. Sometimes on the list they put on like really wild and old stuff.
I mean, I think that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it, man. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
That's why you listen to Khalid 10 times.
Yeah, for sure. And also it's just a slapper. But guys, March Madness took place. The championship, you know the results. Virginia has taken down Texas Tech. I finished 30 out of 130 or so people in my bracket. But my favorite manager won my work bracket, so I was happy about that.
Good, that's awesome.
But
a lot of people won who had no clue about basketball, I've noticed.
She's one of them. But I will give her props because she didn't auto pick. She literally just went off of states she liked. That's all she did.
That's so crazy.
And she's a Southern gal, and her husband's from Virginia, so she picked like most of the Southern teams.
Yeah.
So obviously the Blue Bloods were up there, the Dukes and stuff, and the North Carolinas.
She had Virginia going all the way.
Virginia went all the way because of her roots. Yeah. So it worked out.
Dang.
It's like, all right.
They were the chosen team this year.
Speaking of March Madness, we hope that you had a great bracket as well, but we have a little business to take care of. Hit it. It's time to finish up the almighty Drake bracket, baby. Here we go. Drake March Madness Championship. Give us suggestions, by the way, at Daps_pounds online of next year's bracket. Closer, we're going to do a better job of putting like a survey out next time of like, hey, of these artists, who do you want a breakdown of? Like, who would be good suggestions for you guys?
So you want to make one ourselves?
Yes, I want to make one.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. If we have time, we can do it.
We just have to plan ahead, which is usually our issue.
Yeah. If we have time, we can do it.
We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever.
It's our show.
It's our show. Drake bracket. It's time right now. What do we got?
Ladies and gentlemen, in the final 4 of the Drake bracket, we have The Real Her versus Hotline Bling.
Boy, oh boy. Holy moly, guacamole.
Holy moly, guacamole, tell me that I'm all for show.
You know what?
I have to go Hotline Bling.
That's where I'm leaning. It's Hotline Bling.
I think The Real Her is
Great
great,
song.
but
Great
it's
song.
not as much impact.
Great song.
Impact matters
Yep.
in this tourney.
Sure.
And so Hotline Bling is going to win. I think this was probably maybe a one where Hotline Bling was the favorite, but The Real Her came back very strong in the last 4 minutes and made Hotline Bling sweat a little bit until they hit their free throws at the very end.
I think so too, Jim.
Next up, I know it's very climactic. Marvin's Room versus Too Much. Honestly, two of my favorite Drake tracks of all time. But in terms of impact and in terms of a song overall, Marvin's Room for me.
I have to go Marvin's Room as well. I think that Too Much is one of my favorites off of that Nothing Was the Same album, a very underrated album in my head. But I have to go with Marvin's Room.
And Marvin's Room also has one of my favorite Drake verses of all time.
Yeah, for sure.
So, ladies and gentlemen, comes down to this.
Oh my goodness.
Hotline Bling versus Marvin's Room. Now, we're going to, at this moment, we're going to build the tension so it feels like this is a really hard decision for us.
That's what we're going to do.
And we're going to really think about this one.
So on one side,
Why would, okay, let's argue.
yeah.
Why would Hotline Bling win over Marvin's Room?
So here's the thing. Lyrically, they're the same song. Break it down. She used to call me on my cell phone late night when you need my love. Bling, bling, bling. Hello? Yeah, I said something about a cold. It's the same record. The both of them are about you are talking to the girl on the phone and you know that she's probably with someone else. Wonder if you get nasty with someone else. Like,
okay, so one you're sipping pina coladas
Yeah.
and the other you're just sipping Hennessy.
yeah, but you're equally as sad. You're equally as sad.
Just one's on the beach, one's in the room. Marvin's
Exactly.
room.
Exactly. She used to call me on my cell phone late night when you need my love. Great line. Great freaking line. But does it compare to the level of hype that we all get when we're together in our crew and we hear, we threw a party, yeah, we threw a party. I don't know. I don't.
Girls, they came over, we threw a party.
It doesn't have the same je ne sais quoi that the other does. I don't know.
But should Hotline win because of memes?
I don't know.
Drake's throwing Pokeballs.
No, you got to think too. Marvin's Room came out around Take Care era, and memes were a thing, but not as much as when the hot. I think that there's a chance that there could have been a lot of memes that came out if Marvin's Room would have came out during the same time that Hotline Bling came out. The music video, him in the mirror, I can only imagine like the reflection in the mirror being something hilarious. Like, I think that there would have been a lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But you can't change time. And the memes were freaking amazing. He took a song and made it work for him. And I think that should be awarded. However, Marvin's Room might be a little bit more artistic. He switches his flows in the song. He sings. He raps. He sings and raps. I don't know. I personally am going to put in my vote. And I'm going to say Marvin's Room.
I think I'm going to say Marvin's Room because I think it was one of the cornerstones of Drake's career.
Sure.
And who he is and him. Now, you hear it in So Far Gone, but really when Marvin's Room came out and everybody was like, he is super emotional on this track, and he was made fun of. But at the same time, everybody was like, okay, yeah, he's emotional, but you're trying to tell me you don't like this song?
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it is perfect to say Marvin's Room.
The winner of the 2019 Daps and Pound Show March Madness Drake bracket.
Drake.
Is Marvin's Room.
Yo, hit us up on Daps_Pounds if you hate Drake. Let us know if you Drake haters out there. Let us know if you hated this bracket. Let us know if you want the smoke.
Yeah, and send your address when you do it, because I'm coming to see you, because I want all the smoke.
Oh,
sausage link, smoked.
Oh, snaps.
Turkey link, smoked.
Oh,
Chicken
snaps.
link, smoked. Sausage link, smoked. Everything smoked. You know
I
what
want
it is.
jerky. That sounds good.
Jerky's pretty dope.
Yeah, dude.
Guys, we've had a great time here. It's episode 9 of season 3 of your favorite podcast in the world. We got to end this the only way we know how. Doby, please hit them up with 101 conversation starters.
For couples. Let me scroll down here to the one that I like the most.
Scroll.
Okay, here I'm gonna switch this up.
Scroll's a
Okay,
funny word.
because this isn't gonna be for us. But remember, this is for couples, so we have to,
We're not.
switch it around.
We're hey.
Out
we're
of
not
all
together.
the dates we've gone on, which was your favorite? So I guess I would say out of all the events that we've had in life together.
Oh, I thought we were gonna say our favorite date we've been on. Okay.
But we haven't been on dates.
No, I mean in life. Like I thought we were individualizing like of all the
but
dates
this is for
you've been on.
couples. So this is for us. We're asking each other.
Okay. That's fine.
You know.
So all the events we've done together, what's the favorite?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, that's how we're switching it up. We're the couple.
I'm
trying to. What was?
I don't know. We've done a lot of stuff.
Sorry, this is taking a long time, guys.
Yeah.
But when you have like 12 years,
Yeah, we've been friends a long
Or
time, so
it's
it's
been
kind of
longer
hard
than
to
12
think
years
It
now.
has. Yeah, because I've been friends with Brandon for 20, so you're probably around 15.
yeah, it's like 15 now. Dang, that's a long time.
You know,
to look through.
I'll say the first time we went to Dare to Share, that was a lot of fun.
Was that the one where I was
that
running
first
around?
time?
No, that probably wasn't.
No. We went to a lock-in at Redeemer Church.
Yeah,
you
that
were
lock-in
wildin'.
one
That
was
hilarious.
That was fun.
That was good. Maybe that one. I'll say that one. That's my favorite. That was a good night.
When I got
It's hilarious.
dumped.
Well, I mean, that wasn't
And
good.
then-
But the
We
experience
made light
as a
of it,
whole,
though.
Yeah. The experience. Dobie got dumped. Shout out to the homie. And then
I like in to suppress emotions, I just got really hype. Which probably didn't help anybody.
But he didn't stretch. Like he got hyped, but he didn't stretch or drink enough potassium.
Dude,
So he
cramped up bad.
cramped up. It was nuts.
Cramped out bad, man.
It was pretty great though. It was a good night. It was fun. It was a fun little vibe.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, do you guys want to go to Six Flags sometime? Are you a
Maybe.
roller coaster guy?
No, I'm not. But maybe I like to stay on the ground. So maybe 4 years ago, you probably heard me tell the story before. 4 or 5. It's longer than that now. 7 years ago, I went to the fair here, local in
Dude,
town.
you can't. Those I don't like
man,
those.
Hey man, God sent signs. So I sit in the chair, and it clinked down and everything. Everything was fine.
It's the fair. I don't ride fair rides,
Bro, you know how you have an empty seat next to you? He clinked it down as well. So it's not supposed to move, right? Buckled it, good. We go up, and I notice that we go down, that I hear the thing unclink and the seat flies up. Brother, I'm done. That's all I like, fam. That's
on,
all.
dude.
If it rose up after clinking down when nobody was in it,
But
a
it's the
ghost just
fair.
committed suicide that day and
It's
said,
the
screw it,
fair.
I'm done. I want to die. That's
Yeah.
what the ghost said? Nah. I'm
It's
Gucci.
the fair.
I'm Gucci.
It's the fair.
I'm
I don't
Gucci.
ride fair rides.
It was my favorite ride.
What?
The Big Ben. Goes up, It goes down.
Oh, that one's lame.
Listen,
I don't do fair stuff. I don't trust them.
I trusted them.
They put it up and then they break it down. What part of that is safe?
The stuff that stays up gets broken down eventually.
They every day have to do a lot of test trials. And they have people that have been working there and know what they're doing more so than, hey, Bob, can you work today from 3 to 2?
So
I ain't never done that.
So you think the Carney Bob at the local carnival and fair has never been employed by Six Flags?
Yes.
Is that like...
I think that is more reasonable than the ghosts committing suicide.
So... I don't know, man. You don't know these ghosts, man. I like to stay on the ground, but I'll go. If we go to the Chicago one, I could probably get a hookup because I know homies that perform in the shows there.
Oh, yeah, and I haven't seen Connor in like...
Yeah.
I'd be down. I think that'd be fun. And the reason why I'm asking is because remember for Christmas, my dad got us year-long Six Flags passes.
Oh, cool.
So
I didn't know that.
Mary and I can get in for free, but if we go, I was wondering if other people would like to go as well and plan like a day.
Yeah, we can fish it around. I'll go. I'll just stay on the ground.
Yo, hey, all right, man. Do you, bro? And you can get funnel cakes, and we all get corn dogs. And
yeah, and
I mean, there's stuff you can do.
There's tons of stuff.
Lemon shake-ups.
Whack-a-mole. You know.
Oh yeah, man, you can get stuff.
Guys, thank you so much for joining this podcast. We love you. We missed you yesterday, but we hope that the rest of your week is absolutely fantastic.
Blessings.
Thank you so much for joining. My name is Malcy. To my left, we have
Dobby.
Represent 2 mics.
2 friends.
And 1 show. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Shout out to the shout out.
Gang, gang, gang.
Oh, I thought you...
No, you were saying tell a friend to tell a friend, and I was just like, oh, yeah.
I thought we forgot something. But shout out to the shout out. Gang, gang, gang. Dude.
Yeah. Brother.